What's up, guys? Red Panda here. Today I'll be telling you about a close encounter that I had with my computer, and basically how I almost lost everything and how I actually got back from it. So this whole situation shouldn't have been, and I'll tell you how. Okay, so it started off about 2 to 3 or 1 week ago. I'm not really sure now. Um, I was on my computer and I was rendering a video. No, I just opened Sony Vegas and I was about to get ready to start a theoretical Thursday or start some type of video. And I actually put my computer to sleep because somebody in my house wanted to watch Netflix. So I went to go watch Netflix with that person, and we were watching a movie. The movie was about 3 or 2 hours long, and when the movie ended, like probably about 5 minutes before the movie ended, I knew it was going to end because I seen the timer or whatever. So I heard my phone beep. So I got up, and this was after the movie had ended. I got up and I went for my phone, and I see my phone was on 2 or 3%. So I grabbed the USB charger to my phone that basically charges my phone. I took the end piece off. I don't know why, but I basically I knew I was going to come to my computer, and the output to the wall is kind of far from where my computer is because my desk is built weird. So I actually took the end piece off the charger and I plugged it into my computer. So my computer was asleep. It wasn't basically showing anything on my phone, and I knew it was like, okay, it's sleep. That means I wake it up. So I wiggled the mouse and I turned back on my monitor. Now when I turned on my monitor or whatever, I seen one of the scariest things that I have ever seen in my life compared to what I've been through. So I seen a boot screen, but it was not the regular Windows boot screen, and I was thinking that I had a virus, but it was impossible because I don't really download anything. I don't be on sites. I usually just go on YouTube and then back on DCUO. So I was like, oh God, something's got into my computer. No. So basically, I was this is the screen that was on there. It was a Windows 10 boot screen, and it basically told me we're booting your Windows 10. Basically, please wait, updating to Windows 10, moving all your files. And I was like, what? No. This shouldn't have even been. Like, what is going on here? So it was on about 23 or 24 or 5%, and I was just like, no, it was on the black screen. I tried moving my mouse. I tried clicking repeatedly and spammed on keys. You would not believe me how much I was just like scared, because I'll tell you the reason. Basically all of my friends tell me that Windows 10 isn't good. They wish they would have stuck with Windows 7 and Windows 8 and 8.1 for the simple fact of it broke their computer, and they mean that quite literally. Like for example, one of my friends, he actually had Windows 10, but this was after having Windows 8 for about 4 or I don't know how many years, but he actually booted it up on his first thing. He couldn't play about like 7/13 of all of his games. He had about let's say 6 different errors that was popping up on his computer. He said his GPU had went out, and to me, I don't want to go through any computer trouble. I just want to get on, play my games, record, do whatever I have to do, and upload for you guys. But apparently Windows doesn't want me to do that. So I was thinking, I didn't boot this like this. I didn't update Windows 10. Every time it boots or pops up in the window for notification for Windows 10, I press deny or whatever. I don't want Windows 10, and that's the reason why. So when I seen this, I basically knew that my computer was going to be messed up. So I couldn't really think straight. I was panicking, pacing back and forth through my house, just thinking like, why me? Why does this have to happen? Why now? I was really just like stunned, and I couldn't really think straight. I was just like, no. So I put my hand on the power button. I looked at my screen for one last time. I knew my computer was going to be messed up, but I was having faith that it wouldn't. Really, in this situation, faith is nothing. So I turned down my not down my computer. I turned my computer off. I waited about 30 seconds and I booted it back up. When it booted back up, it took about 30 minutes um, after the BIOS boot to hit a black screen. It literally looped the BIOS loop about for 30 minutes, and then it hit a black screen. And when it hit the black screen, it's at about 20 minutes. Now that's about 50 minutes, and this is at 1 in the morning now. So when it did this, I was just thinking like, no, it can't. Just not now. Please don't do this. So the first thing that popped open was a Windows 8 logo, and I was thinking like, okay, good, I'm back. I'm back on top. I got everything working. So then I was just like waiting, and then about after like 15 seconds, about 15 seconds, the little loop, like the little spinning logo for Windows 8, like the little dots, it started spinning, and I was like, okay, all right, it's not that much to worry about. So basically, it wasn't like seeming abnormal other than that long boot. And then my computer shut down. It restarted by itself after shutting down. I was like, no. I was just so like in shock right now. Like I didn't know what to do. So after my computer booted back up, like for the second time, but this one is basically like it shut down and booted back up. After it booted back up or whatever, I actually sat there just staring at the screen, and I just paced back and forth through my house until I finally got to a different screen. It told me that all of my files on my hard drive, my C drive, have been corrupted, and they were being deleted. And I didn't want my files to be deleted, and it had a percentage sign for everything being deleted. So the first thing that was being deleted, it said, was my Windows 32 or some type of file. I was like, no. Basically, your Windows 32 is your whole Windows. First thing I did, I went straight for my output plug on my computer or whatever, and I unplugged it, shutting down all the power everywhere. So everything in the house was shut down, the Wi-Fi, and basically my computer and the internet was off for about 3 minutes, and I plugged it back in. When I booted it back up, it stayed on a black screen after the boot. The BIOS boot was very short, and it stayed on the black screen for about 40 minutes, no lie. And I just sat there thinking about every single file, every shred of file that could have been deleted. So after basically just worrying, it finally came to a screen, and it said basically like Windows login or whatever. It told me to input my Outlook email and password or whatever. So basically it's just like with Windows 8, they have backup files or whatever. So I put in my password and I put in everything. What it told me basically was that everything on my computer had been erased. The only thing that's still there was my what do you call it? Okay, just my login account. So I have a Windows 8 laptop as well, a HP. I instantly went to go grab it, and I don't really play on it, so I grabbed the charger as well, and I plugged it in and I powered it up. It took a very, very short amount of time, and it booted straight up. But what it told me on there was basically like everything was fine, and I was basically comparing the different like things within the different computers, and one of basically my desktop or whatever, it showed an error for basically my account not being correct, and I was like, what the heck? So once again, I shut down my computer, I booted it back up, and it actually let me log onto my computer this time, just like the last time, but it was actually faster. Didn't have a black screen. It told me to log into Windows or whatever. So at this time, I put in my password and I put in my email. I thought it was a hacker, but I really didn't care at this moment. I just wanted my computer back. So I put my password and my email in or whatever, and I logged into my account. But if you have a Windows 8, you know what I mean when it says this. It told me that I couldn't connect without an internet access, and I was like, what? Windows shouldn't do that. Like it didn't seem right to me. So I looked at the bottom left of my login screen, and it had a red X, basically meaning that you didn't have any internet access connectivity. So what I'm thinking at this exact moment is that they probably it by shutting down my computer during an update, it messed up some of my drives, including my motherboard, which is my network extension in my motherboard. So I was thinking like God dang, it's messed up everything. So I'm just like, I don't even care anymore. I just like I literally like almost start to cry, but I don't know what to do. So basically at this time or whatever, I'm just like no. So I restart my computer yet another time, and when it boots back up this time, I actually see that it lets me log in or whatever. So when I log in, nothing is on my desktop. It's a black screen. My taskbar at the bottom or whatever, that's all like, it's a white gray color, and basically my mouse is the only thing that I can see. I don't have any apps or any times on the bottom of my desktop's taskbar or whatever, so I can't see anything except for gray and black. At this time, I was just like, I got in. It's another step forward. Really, let's keep pushing through. So basically, at this time or whatever, I was just like, I was really stunned, and throughout the whole process, I was just like, why me? Like, why at this time? Because with this, if everything was deleted, like every single file, like think about it. I was thinking very hard, like all of my notes for coding, all of my HTML, CSS codes, all my different intros, everything. Like it wasn't, it's not savable. It's just gone. And basically, I was thinking through the whole time, like, oh God, like it's just over. So it took me a little bit to get through the process of like worrying. So I really got over it. I was really like, it's all or nothing now. And I had on a serious face, like literally. I wasn't really scared anymore. I was more so serious. I literally not 1% scared. So at this time, I literally like boot my computer down, hard boot. Like I shut it down, and then I turn it back on, and then like I started doing a safe mode boot thing, and when it boots up in safe mode, I turn it back off. And it sounds crazy, but I was really like, I really don't even care anymore. So I turned my computer back off and then turned it back on. And when it booted up this time, I started in regular mode or whatever. It tried to tell me that my C drive was corrupted or whatever. So I turned it back off, turned it back on, and basically kept going. And after I kept going or whatever, I finally logged into my Windows again. And then it told me that my desktop INI was deleted or not found. It was a little error or something. So it was many people throughout this whole thing that's basically telling other people that when this happens, you have to go to a certain file, copy it. It should be an extra, delete the extra with the copy, go to another folder, paste it, and just it'll be fixed. But I didn't have an extra, and I didn't have enough space just to copy my desktop INI. So I was thinking like, how could I do this? So I ended up opening my CMD, and I forgot what code I typed in. But after that, I restarted my computer, and when I came back up, everything was perfectly fine. About 3 times after that, like the last 3 times after that little terminal or whatever, CMD command prompt or whatever, after typing in that, about 3 times after that, continuously, I was getting just slow startups, about a minute or so startups, when I usually get it like started up within 20 seconds. Basically, it was a long process, I can say that. But if I wasn't like really serious about getting everything done or whatever, I wouldn't have been here talking to you guys today. So I want to thank everyone who sat through the whole video and basically just listened to the story or whatever. So thank you, everyone. It's just really like a pain when Windows basically automatically updates everything. So right now I'm looking at get Windows 10 button. I wish it was some way to permanently delete that button, because I really do not want it. If you guys know anything, just be sure to let me know down below. I guess we can start doing these type of videos more often. We can call them story time or something. Hope you guys are having a good day. I guess that's all for today. So peace.
Eat them like Lecter. Let's work, cause I'm coming with the fear of God. Not trying to be something that is clear I'm not. I'm just trying to get the whole world with their hands up like I'm summoning the spirit bomb. And it feels so good, nigga, no stress. Go flex on beats till there's no left. I'm so blessed cause I put in work at the right time, brother, cause they listen to my whole set. Oh yes, oh yes, oh yes, I rap the beast. Rap skills something like the best physique. And everything gonna work out, so I tell my niggas